Hey, this is Crypto Cruise once again with Coin Financial. Welcome back. And today we're going to be talking about the price of Bitcoin again and what's been going on and also some news. Now, as we look here, look, it looks like we have a head and shoulder pattern right here. This could be the shoulder, this could also be the shoulder right here, and the head and another shoulder, right? So, what it looks like, this head and shoulders pattern usually is very bearish, right? So when this breaks down, when the neckline breaks down, it could go all the way down here. But guess what? The bears, when they see a pattern like this, or not just the bears, everyone else, when they see a pattern like this, everyone's very bearish, right? The head and shoulders pattern is going to go all the way down. But I have a treat for y'all today. I don't know if y'all noticed, but this is the Bitcoin price in reverse. I reversed it. Okay, so this head and shoulders pattern is actually an inverse head and shoulders pattern. As you can see, the Bollinger Band, it looks very bearish here. It could go separate and go all the way down if that breaks down. But check this out, guys. I'll show y'all. This is actually what it really looks like. That's what it really looks like. Okay, it's hard to see it from this angle, but when I reversed it earlier, y'all can rewind it. You can see how bearish it looks, right? And then it was about to go all the way down. Well, now that we've corrected it, where do you think we're gonna go? Up, right? So now this is just a screenshot that I took. We're gonna go ahead and look at the actual Bitcoin chart. All right, now here we have the Bitcoin chart. The Bitcoin chart that is not upside down, it is actually right side up. Okay, the chart we were looking at earlier was upside down and it had a head and shoulders pattern. That head and shoulders pattern that you saw earlier is still right here. If I'm gonna draw these lines, it's still right here. It's this, and then this, or it could even be right here, this, right? Head and shoulders pattern, right? Inverse head and shoulders pattern now. Okay, so let's erase all of that. All right, so now that we have that cleared out, we're gonna zoom in to the let's go to the 1 day chart real fast. Okay, we're gonna zoom into the 1 day chart, and I have drawn out here this purple lines. Okay, you couldn't see it, it was very small on the weekly, but on the 1 day chart, the two purple line that I have drawn out here is a very critical line to break. Okay, right now we are actually below it right there, right? But what we're looking at is we need to break above that bottom purple line and go back in here and then break above again. And once we do that, we're about to go up. Okay, that's what we're looking at right now. This white resistant line right here, that's being very that's being respected like a lot right now. That white line right there, as you can see, we broke down below it, retested it right there, retested it, went above, and now we're throttling, went below, and now we're like just right there. Okay, so what I like though, again, that head and shoulders pattern on the weekly, the inverse head and shoulders pattern on the weekly is very bullish. So there's a higher probability that we could go up away from that white line, break above the bottom purple line, and then the next thing we need to look at is break above that second purple line right there. Okay, if that happens, we're gonna go zoom in some more on the 4-hour chart, right? See where we're at. As you can see, it's getting respected a lot right there, right? But we are above that white line right there, so we're most likely gonna play around this area until we break that. All right, so that is what we're looking at right now. Um, when we do break it, where should we be looking at going when we do break it? All right, when we break it, I'm looking at a retest of course, the high right here, right there, retest of about 31,700. Okay, when we do break that, that's what I'm looking at. Retest of 31,700 from where we are now. Okay, it's even more clear if we actually go to the weekly chart. We're gonna go back to the weekly chart again. We're gonna zoom back in, right there, 31,600, 31,500, somewhere around there, right? Um, Now, but we may get stuck there for a little bit, may play around there, but if we once we do break that, we're headed to 38K, my green line right there. Okay, I'm not saying that's gonna happen tomorrow. I'm not saying that's gonna happen next week. That could happen maybe in November, December, right? 40K again, 38,000, 40K in December, most likely. Um, I'm making that call. Uh, I mean, anything could happen, but there is a slight chance that we could go down, but higher probability that we're going to go up from here. Another reason why I'm very bullish right now, especially because of that inverse head and shoulder that we talked about, is also some news, right? Let me see. So, the big news today, and actually yesterday and today, is the SEC won't appeal the grayscale, the loss in grayscale case for the Bitcoin ETF, spot ETF. Okay, that's huge. The deadline was yesterday at around 10 p.m., 12 a.m. It was yesterday that was the deadline, and they didn't do anything. They didn't appeal. So it just made it more imminent. Like, it's a matter of when the first spot Bitcoin ETF is gonna arrive. Okay, I'm not saying it's gonna happen tomorrow. There's gonna be more process, but what this means is whatever the reason the SEC and Gary Gensler gave to not approve the Bitcoin ETF in the past, they can't use that anymore because they didn't appeal, so they can't use that excuse anymore. That has now become invalid. All right, so there's no excuse to reject the spot Bitcoin ETF. All right, that is great news. And when that happened, oh my gosh, the floodgates are gonna open up. Same thing with what happened with gold. When gold when gold released its first spot ETF, man, the gold price went up, and I'm predicting that same thing is gonna happen with Bitcoin. I mean, the gold price went up from like what? How much? 1,300, 1,200, all the way. It just shot all the way up to 2,000. $2,000 per ounce. Okay, that of course gold is way different from Bitcoin because one, gold has an infinite, well, not infinite, but it's still inflatable, right? Like, people are still mining gold. You can keep mining gold, while Bitcoin, even though not all 21 million token has been discovered, Bitcoin is still a finite amount. There can only be 21 million that can exist, right? And about every 4 years, the amount of Bitcoin that is mined gets cut in half every 4 years. So it's getting harder and harder to mine, whereas gold, because of technology, is actually getting easier and easier to mine. Okay, and who knows how much gold there is out there? Nobody knows. They just gonna keep mining and mining and mining gold, whereas Bitcoin, no one else can create any. No one can destroy it. No one can create it. It can only be lost, and there can only be 21 million that can ever exist. That is the big difference. So I believe when the spot Bitcoin ETF launches, all these institutional investors, they're finally gonna get their hands on it very easily. It's gonna be, this is gonna be a one hell of a ride, right? So that is another reason why I'm, you know, we've seen the bottom. It's the worst is behind us. So we're good to go. The phase one of the bull market has started. That's what I believe. We're just gonna go up from here. Again, dollar cost average is the best strategy. It doesn't matter what price it is right now. We could go down tomorrow, buy some more, or buy some more today. Just do not invest what you can't afford to hold for a long period of time. When I say long period of time, I'm talking about years. Okay, but Bitcoin has outperformed any asset class out there in the past 10 years. Just look at the charts. Okay, if you don't believe me, we'll look at it together. All right, in the past 10 years, BLX, look at the chart of Bitcoin. Hold on, let me move my stuff right there. We're gonna go to the month. Okay, you actually can't see it because I'm in a log. All right, so look at this chart right here, right? This is not even the beginning of Bitcoin. This is since 2010. Since 2010, Bitcoin was what? Under 10 cents right here, right? Under 10 cents since 2010. I said the past 10 years. So let's look at 2023 then. 2013 then. Where were we in 2013? Right here, February 2013, June, October. Let's just go to October 2013. We're right here. We were at about $120 worth of Bitcoin. $120 per Bitcoin price right here. And now we are at what? 27,000. From 120 dollars per coin to 27,000. What other asset class out there went up that much in percent? Right? See, when in doubt, zoom out. That's all you have to do. Okay? So just keep holding strong. The worst is in the past. The worst is, it's over. It's gonna be one hell of a ride starting now all the way to maybe 2025, December of 2025. All right, I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you think this video is very helpful. It'll help out the channel. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, and until next time, peace out.